You okay with me being in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay with me, like, being right behind your butt? I'll lean.
How about this?
Whoa. I won't lean. Hi. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever, and I'm destroying the. It's been a while.
We'll give you all the.
Well, half the people here think I'm doing something. Well, it was on the newsletter that I was doing something about the equity of animals. I guess I'm associated with animals. I probably have fur on me. Bye. But that mean thing. Do you want me to sit here? Is that fine? Oh, okay.
Just amazing. So are you going to move from this way and do it
I admire it. I used to be a member.
Alan something. like you're in a pub or something. You're in a pub.
No, it's not busking. It's sitting in the snug and.
Yes.
My husband is Irish. Tony Galway, and he plays the ball. So. We've stopped going for the time being. We've stopped going for the time being. I'm like really afraid to travel and then come back in. We haven't seen my husband's excuse me. We haven't seen my husband's relatives since Trump's first term. Just even though
I'm going to blast out. Good morning. Good morning. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to First Unitarian Church of Providence, where we love beyond belief. My name's Peg Boyle, and I will be the worship associate today. I'm delighted to have with us this morning Lorna Steele. Lorna has been a member of First Unitarian for 33 years. She's pagan, primarily following a shamanic path. For many years, Lorna was a practicing Wiccan and was a high priestess for Gaia's Hearth, one of the largest covens in Rhode Island. For 2 years, she was the coordinator of Pagan Pride. Lorna taught a number of classes and ran seminars here at First U, including Cakes for the Queen of Heaven and Rise Up and Call Her Name. She is currently the facilitator of First U's CUPS group, which stands for the Covenant of Unitarian Universalist Pagans. Professionally, Lorna manages the social media for the UU Animal Ministry. She's a wildlife rehabilitator and takes care of neonate kittens for Paul's Watch. Welcome again to our pulpit. Now let us center ourselves. Let us center our hearts and minds as we begin our worship together. I don't think it's on. How about this? All right, thank you. Oh. We come from a long tradition of seeing the spark of the divine in every person. In that spirit, I'd like to invite you to greet your neighbors. Let's make sure that everybody in the meeting house gets a warm welcome. It's time to greet each other. Hello, everybody. Let's remember to wave to the people who are watching online. All right, maybe I'll just push it this way. Okay. Happy New Year, and let's return to our seats. Thank you. It's now time to light our chalice. Please follow along with me. The words are printed in your order of service. Also join me in sharing our covenant, which is printed in your order of service. We, the members of the First Unitarian Church of Providence, with respect to the worth and dignity of each person, with wonder at the light we know by many names, and with gratitude for our deep connection to each other and to the larger web of existence, covenant to walk together in our search for truth, seeking the paths of wisdom, compassion, and justice. And now's the time for our first hymn. It is number 346 in the gray hymnal, Come Sing a Song with Me. Please rise as you're willing and able. Our reading today is by Mark Nepo. He is a contemporary poet and spiritual advisor. He starts out this piece with a quote from W.H. Murray, who is a Scottish writer and mountaineer. Murray says, "The moment one definitely commits oneself, then Providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that could never have otherwise occurred. A whole stream of events emerge from the decision which no one could have dreamed would have come their way." Then Mark Nepo writes, "We'd all like a guarantee before making a decision or taking a risk, but the irony is that taking the risk is what opens us up to our fate. It's like wanting to know what things taste like without ever putting them in your mouth. It just can't be figured out that way. I always seem to be relearning that real commitment comes before I know where anything is going. That's what listening to your heart is all about. Without jumping off its perch, the bird would never fly. Without jumping out of your heart's silence, love is never possible. Without asking to be whole, the divine essence waits inside everything, the way bread hardens if not bitten into. For me, as I look back, becoming a poet came after committing to speak, though I had no idea what I needed to say, and the grace of being loved comes into my life, admittedly freely, though I wanted to love and I wasn't sure how. If we devote ourselves to the effort to be real, the universe in all its forms will find us, the way leaves find the wind and waves find the shore." We now hear from our congregation and the joys and sorrows that we're carrying. We write them in this book and light a candle from the larger candle that was carved by our partner church in Transylvania. The first candle is from Dylan Baranski. "I'm glad I have Uber as a temporary way to make money, but I wish I got a permanent job already. All these rejections and lack of response around me is causing me to have suicidal thoughts." The next candle is for Susan Alden. "Prayers for my sister Beth Alden, who is suffering from pneumonia, which has caused a necrosis in her lungs. Please heal quickly, Beth." Lisa Rose has lit a candle. "The Rose, Larson, Amari family joyfully announced the birth of Audrey on December 29th, 2025. A candle from Erica. "For my godfather who has joined my parents and his parents in heaven last week. Thank you for all the love and memories." An anonymous candle, a candle in remembrance of Sue Ozen, a friend who died on New Year's Day And a last candle, a candle of sorrow and joy for my pata pata, who died peacefully in Panama. I got to be with her at her funeral, and she really was an amazing person. Friends, let us rest in gladness that we have each other to share in our joys and sorrows. It makes all the difference.
All right, I'm just going to swill some water. I have had terrible asthma, and I've been hammering the prednisone, but forgive me if every now and then I sound hoarse. Okay. Today we'll speak of letting go and then manifesting in. Much of our old knowledge of what should be, our sense of life's magic, of community, kindness, forgiveness, optimism, and resolve, have been lost this past year. Things have happened. We've experienced personal losses or personal struggles, or we've taken onto our shoulders the heartaches of people we love. We've faced conflicts with people close to us. We've allowed toxic relationships to drain us. The rituals, strengths, and processes upon which we've relied have been weakened. The foundations that have held us have eroded beneath our feet, leaving us unsteady and unsure how to proceed. The life we're used to has been indelibly changed. We've been left to cope, to get by each day with things that hurt, sometimes hurt terribly, and with anger, sometimes anger that is more like rage, and to a loss of control that strips us of our own sense of purpose and positive influence. It's been a year. But these are poison, and they only hold us back. So we need to let them go, and in letting go, take back control of our own lives and our visions of how to move forward with positive energy. The knowledge keepers, the light seekers, the magic makers are being called to attention. The UUs in all our diversity. We're being asked to pick up the mantle of well-being and carry our clarity and our strength into the future together. But first, what does this have to do with letting go and clearing negative energy? Everything. This is where we begin. If you've been living under a rock or for self-preservation reasons decided to stop watching the news, you might have missed that there is a lot of negative energy moving around in the world right now. And it's heavy. It sticks to your bones and weighs you down, keeps us small, keeps our energy dark. For some of us, there has been grief or sadness, terrible loss and weighing down. It keeps our hearts fractured and delicate, without the wholeness to move forward. And so it's time to clear this energy, to begin the process of healing, to take the first steps back to that wholeness and health in our homes, our hearts, and ourselves, and in the world beyond. While I know intellectually that burning pieces of paper in a cauldron doesn't immediately and automatically drop negative energy from our lives, the physical act of creating a ritual that engages all your senses turns a desire into something a bit more tangible. Rituals are powerful catalysts that take you from the dreaming and wishing phase into the action and creation phase. They say, I am consciously choosing to take control, to refuse this thing destroying me. I am making space for positive change. I am letting go of anger. With grief, it's a little tougher. It's not something that passes easily. And I know that personally. Be gentle with yourself and be patient. Let this not be a relinquishing of beloved memories or spirit, but instead permission for you to begin healing. This ritual, even just thinking about its process, can give you some perspective and some space. It will help you see the negative impact that energy is at on your body and on your life. And it will give you permission to let go of what no longer serves you. You can choose to do this at home or do it now together. Write down on a slip of paper something you're ready to release from this past year. Some negativity in your life that needs to be burned away. A toxic relationship, a terrible loss, grief for those who have been hurt. Things we should honor and then begin to let go. Things we could have done better or differently, or things over which we had no control that were done to us or happened around us. Feelings of anger, of grief, of helplessness. We can all find words, many words, to express what we've been feeling, but just write a few words that represent what these might be, even symbolically. What you wish to leave behind. Take a few deep breaths, breathing into the belly, taking in as much air as you can, and releasing it. It's time to let go of what hurts us or holds us back. At the end of the service today, we'll burn those slips of paper outside. Imagine the process releasing this negative energy. See the small flame, smell the sage, which we've just put a tiny bit in for symbolism. Crush those slips of paper in your hand as you throw them in, or hand them to the person who will. Imagine it as a black cloud of smoke rising out from inside your body and up into the air, out past the earth where it just disappears. Imagine this until it feels real. Taste the new sense of freedom to move forward. Now we'll hear from Sally Rackett. One more swill. Tonight is the full moon, a phase of the moon typically observed for manifestation. The ancient peoples of Europe held reverence for the sun and held an annual celebration to mark the winter solstice on December 21st. It was believed that the sun stood still for 12 days, Yuletide, so a log was lit to vanquish darkness, banish evil spirits, and bring luck for the coming year. That ended 2 days ago. So now winter solstice has passed, Yuletide has passed, the battle of the Holly King and the Oak King has been fought, the Holly King defeated. We feel as if we're facing the true bleak midwinter, but now the light has won. We're in the fullness of the wolf moon, which symbolizes new beginnings, introspection, endurance, and finding strength in our pack, our community, and setting intentions as the days lengthen. We're at the beginning of the year, and despite still being in the midst of winter cold, we welcome our own introspection, taking stock and thinking about our new beginnings. The light has won and begun its growth. Sunrise comes earlier, the days get longer. It's hard to imagine as we're bundled up against frigid temperatures, but we truly are headed for the light, not stuck in the darkness. At this time of year, people write lists of New Year's resolutions, many of which we don't follow. Go to the gym more, stop eating jelly donuts, take a walk with a new friend. These are mere lists, small actions that in themselves don't carry the true weight of what you want to welcome. First, I encourage you to create a small sacred space for yourself. Purists will speak of spaces in which to meditate, to breathe and focus and manifest positive energy. And for many of you, that will work. For those of us who can't be so still, or who find momentum in movement or sound or visual stimulation, it doesn't have to be here or in a meditative space. It could be at home or at a place outside that brings you joy. It doesn't have to be big. It can be merely an armchair that holds your body in a way that brings comfort, a sense of being held and supported. It could be a kitchen table that holds a plant which you help grow, or holds a well-loved cookbook that nurtures you. A small studio in which you mix your paints to create joy. Sew something into the stitches of which you place intent. Edit your photos to look as you wish, as simple or as elaborate as you desire. Some place that speaks to you of life and hope, creativity and positive change. What would you like to see or experience in the coming year? Whether for yourself, a loved one, your greater community, or all of the above. Don't limit yourself when it comes to positive energy, because that's what we're talking about. I'd love to see the conclusion of my next novel, the cleanup of the garden I once created, or the healing of grief. You might want the success of an endeavor, the completion of a project, an award or recognition, or the moving forward of a positive relationship. And yes, those matter. We might think bigger as well. What would we like to see in the energy that surrounds our greater community? What we're talking about really is the feeling, the positive momentum of what will bring you joy, what will bring you a sense of purpose and strength, and what will convey that to others, to inspire in them the same joy, not the details, but the feeling. And when you think about the what, then you can begin to imagine the steps, the concrete pieces of how you'll make that happen. I might see in my imagination a quilt I want to sew for my child, but only when I can see it there can I then break down the how. How many pieces? What can I cut? What do I need to sew? How can I bind it all together into a finished project? This is how we manifest. But manifestation is a process. Your most significant desires don't merely arrive overnight. They take time and effort, and you must trust that timing. Let's say gone is the time of negativity, limits, grief, rage. Simple to say, and yet be gentle with yourself. Be patient. We are capable. We can reach into ourselves and capture the sparks and the strengths that we need to move forward. We can be resolute, even facing challenges. Truly think about what you wish for the coming year. And when you've done that, whether in the coming days, give that weight, give that planning. Think about what has gone well and why. What part did you play in which you can revitalize now? And where will that take you? These are not necessarily manifestations that you know or strive for right at this moment. It takes time and thought. And sometimes when they appear, it might seem unexpected or out of the blue. You might not recognize it at first. Perhaps it comes cloaked in something else, a bigger package of circumstances you weren't expecting. Mary Oliver, a poet, my favorite poet, and fellow UU wrote, "If you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give into it. Whatever it is, don't be afraid of its plenty. Joy is not made to be a crumb." Mull in the coming days and weeks to explore ideas in your head, to visualize what the coming year could look like. And when you've done that, you might have pieces or you might have a whole. Write it down, scribble changes, perhaps create a vision board, draw it out, work with it, believe in it, adjust it as time passes and you're ready to take more forward momentum. We're a community, a family. We care about each other and will support each other in the coming processes. You have it in you. Reach for it.
This is the time for the morning's offering. Sally Rackett, do you want to join us again? The morning's offering for the work of this church will now be generously given and graciously received. As always, thank you for all that you give and all that you do and all that you are.
Let my heart be strong.
Thank you. And now for this week's invitations. The new Art in the Atrium exhibit explores the relationship between poetry and the visual arts. The exhibition opens this week for viewing with a reception on Thursday, January 8th, a gathering with poets reading the writings that go along with the visual arts will happen on January 22nd. A warm welcome to everyone this morning and a reminder that there is a time of fellowship and refreshments following the service in the parish house next door. Visitors are welcome to gather in the Newcomers Cafe, which is just beyond the fireplace. And don't forget that next Sunday after service, we will have a special coffee hour to celebrate and say goodbye to our old kitchen. Yay! The demolition of the kitchen begins on Monday the 12th, so don't miss this opportunity to give thanks for its faithful service over the many years. And many thanks to those who contributed to our strategic campaign, which is making this possible. And I have an additional invitation this morning, and it's in response to yesterday's attack on Venezuela. This comes from the work of someone that I follow on Substack. His name is Paul Shattuck, MSW. Shout out to all the social workers in our congregation. He's been very meaningful in my life to try to find some steadiness around chaos. And he offers 6 what he calls circuit breakers to help when you feel that you're in free fall from the chaos. And these 6 things won't fix everything. They won't make everything all better for you. But the idea is to interrupt the spiral that you might be in so that you can have the next thought about the next thing to do. So you may have heard some of these before, but if you're like me, they bear repeating. The first one is turn off your phone and put it in a drawer. You don't have to metabolize every development in the news in real time. Number 2, if your body is feeling locked up and tense, walk away from your screen and name 5 objects in your room. This could be like our beautiful clock, which isn't working today, the greenery I see, the beautiful faces I see looking back at me. It lets you land here, not in Caracas, not out there, not doing what-ifs, but it helps your body to return here. Number 3, if vigilance feels like safety, which it is not, this app, you say out loud to yourself, this app is not my commander. And then you set a 3-minute timer and you walk away and come back. If you need to do something with your hands, pick a small corner of your space and do something for 2 minutes. Rinse a cup or organize your mail. Creating a small bit of order restores internal order, and that can help with the chaos that we're feeling. If doom feels total for you, one grounding sentence like, I am allowed to pause, may be helpful. You are not required to suffer performatively to prove that you care. The 6th one is, if you are spinning alone, text somebody, not to talk about the news, but to tell them that you're going to turn off your phone for an hour and you wanted them to know about it. And the last and most important is refuse to be isolated. Isolation is the cause of chaos and a multitude of other bad feelings. I'm sure we all know that. But really seek out to connect with others. If you look around here, and I have the privilege of looking out at you now, I see a lot of kindred spirits and kindred souls, and that makes all the difference for me.
If you haven't already, take a few moments to write what you wish to let go. As you pass through the breezeway, we have a fire lit in my cauldron, into which you can drop your slips of paper with the words of what you're letting go. In it is just a tiny bit of sage, a symbolic bit, traditionally used for cleansing and purification. As Tom Alburn said, he was a minister here for 34 years. Loved him. He used to tell me to stay out of his pulpit. As Tom Alburn used to say, go in hope, for the arc of the universe is long, and we can bend it toward justice. Go in courage, for together we have the strength to confront injustice in our daily lives and in the larger world. May love guide you on your journey forward. And my favorite line of his, may all beings be happy.